What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the stock market S&P 500. I'm going to explain why I still remain bullish here for the stock market, and I do see higher levels. And once we reach this target, I'm going to start feeling bearish, and I'm going to explain what could potentially happen using Elliott wave theory, guys. And of course, we taking a look at Bitcoin to see what scenarios could happen as soon as we have this price action with the stock market, as there is a high correlation. So make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin crypto. Also to live streams to connect with the community. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. And let's dive in here straight into the S&P 500, guys. I'm going to explain why I still remain bullish for the next coming weeks, but this doesn't mean that I'm extremely bullish and I see all-time highs being hit before the end of the year, right? This is not the case. I am bullish short-term still on the stock market, but once we hit certain levels that I'm going to explain now in the next coming minutes, I will start feeling bearish, guys. And this is, of course, going to make me bearish for Bitcoin and crypto in general. But still, I think we have several weeks, all right, till we get to those levels. Now, let me just go here, all right? I'm going to explain that on the lower time frames here from the price action from the last couple of months, but also on the higher time frames. And if we take a look at the all-time high of the stock market, which is slightly above 4,800 points, created in January of 2022, just over a year now, we can see here that we've created massive waves to the downside. And if we just go with the basics with Elliott wave theory, from that all-time high, we created a nice massive impulsive move here to the downside, and then the second corrective wave, then the third wave being larger than the first one, as you can see. Sorry about that. So right over here with the third wave, and the fourth wave coming all the way up here to this range, and then the fifth wave not managing to go much further away from this third wave. Now, in my personal opinion, we are in an ABC corrective wave. We are also going to zoom in to count the waves, okay, from these moves to the downside, and also count the waves here with the ABC correction, okay? So make sure to stay tuned for that so you can actually see the waves. So right over here, we are still in this ABC corrective move. If we do take a look at this move to the upside, then this being the B corrective wave, and we are still currently in the C corrective move. And I do see higher levels getting slightly above the fourth wave here on the movement down. I'm going to explain why in this episode. So if we do go with the counts, okay, let's just get this ABC corrective move here out of the way, and I'm going to explain here the movements looking at the daily chart. We were at the 3-day chart, and let's just zoom in here slightly so I can explain these movements, all right, from these moves down, okay, the 5 waves. We're going with Elliott wave theory again. We'll be going with the ABC corrective moves as well. If we take a look at the highs from the start of the impulsive move, we can see 1 wave here, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all the way here, creating another low, as you can see from the third wave. And when we take the ABC corrective wave, we can see right over here, we had 1 being the A, this being the B, and this one, the C, getting all the way up here to the fourth wave, right? I'm just going to get this out of the way and zoom in a little bit, guys, so you can actually see the waves from the highs, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the ABC corrective move. And then we are starting to move to the downside again pretty aggressively. So this is the third impulsive wave, right? This is the 1 and the 2. This is the third one being pretty large, as you can see here. And let me just go quickly here with the Elliott wave theory. Again, we can clearly see that first wave to the downside with a nice corrective move up, and then we've got the third one here being very impulsive. If we zoom in, we could also count the waves, guys, but this is just going to take over an hour potentially if we start zooming in on the lower time frames. Let's keep it here nice and simple. And then fourth wave here, almost getting to the first, and then the fifth wave dipping below the third. That is it. It's finished the wave to the downside. Now inside of the ABC corrective wave here in July and August of 2022. So if we just go here, I'm going to go pretty quick, guys. We have that A, B, C. This C was pretty aggressive, as you can see, getting even above the fourth wave. Fourth wave is a good level to know that that is where the C wave is going to finish approximately, okay? It can go slightly higher. It probably cannot reach it, okay? So there is a nice range, okay? It could not go beneath the second wave, of course, but round about that range. So right over here, when we go to the last wave, the fifth wave, same thing, guys. We're counting the small little waves here. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, 4, and then the fifth wave not managing to go much lower than the third wave, as you can see, right? You can see the counts here. You can see the third waves also being much larger. And right now, we are inside the ABC corrective wave, as you can see here on the chart. You might think to yourself, hey, well, how, where are the counts here? Well, this is what we're going to do, okay? On an A wave, corrective wave, we have 5 waves, okay? So the 5 waves here we can see right over here inside of the A corrective move. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here getting this spike, as you can see. And now right over here we do have the ABC correction where we'd have 1, 2, and 3. It's a flat ABC. And right now we are starting the impulsive waves to the upside, okay? We're just inside the third wave, in my personal opinion, from this ABC corrective move. Inside of a third wave, okay? And this means that we are going to go much higher. And this is the moment I want to be extremely cautious in the coming weeks, okay? Because a lot of people are going to be thinking, hey, we are breaking resistance, all-time high stock market by the end of the year is very, very possible. And that is not going to be the case for me, all right? I am strongly going to believe that after reaching here above 4,320 points approximately is where we are going to start getting exhausted aggressively. So if this is going to be 1, 2, we are still inside the third wave that could reach that level, okay, breaking out here above the first wave. And then what my personal opinion is what we are going to create is a kind of a double top scenario. It looks like we're going to be breaking and we are going to be going higher, okay? But this is going to be it, guys. This is going to be it. Around about that 4,400 points is a level that I'll be paying close attention if we start reaching that level and start creating a kind of a double top scenario, failed breakout from the highs. That will be the moment, guys, that we are going to try and detect the ultimate top level, right? If you want to short the top, I think this is the closest that we can get, all right, if we do get that price action here in the coming weeks, all right? This is looking at the daily chart, so this could be a couple of weeks. This is something that I'm going to be paying attention very, very closely also with the community. And this is basically what I'm looking for here for the stock market. We're going to zoom in right now, and I'm going to explain how, why I'm still quite bullish, all right, in the immediate short term, right, for the next coming weeks. Yes, we could have some corrective moves, but let's go to the 4-hourly time frame, right? We are just about to break out, a huge resistance level as well. You can see this 4,180 or 4,200 points, right, where we've got price action here hitting this level in December of 2022. We got February of 2022 right over here also. Lots of lower highs at this range. We are currently trading at that level. Now, I explained this a few weeks ago where we were creating an inverted head and shoulder, and I was very, very bullish on this, and I was seeing a breakout here on the stock market, and basically we had the breakout, and now it looks like that we are going higher, guys. If we do take a look at the textbook, okay, projected move from an inverted head and shoulder, and this is an inverse head and shoulder here for about 2 months, right? Looking at the 4-hourly chart, right? This is going from the 20th of February all the way here to the 30th of March. So about 40 days inverted head and shoulder. The target of the breakout is round about 4,300 points. If you do take a look at the target, it is just round about this high over here. So this means, look at this right over there. Just about hitting that fourth wave to complete that ABC corrective move. Like I explained, I do think that this is, the third wave, and we are actually going to have another move up, and that is going to be the fifth wave of that ABC correction wave, guys. And that is the moment I'm going to be paying close attention to Bitcoin, to some cryptos, stock market in general. I might be shorting also the stock market, all depending on this kind of price action. I'm willing to do a swing short position if we do get to those levels, right, in the coming weeks. I will be explaining this possible scenario. We're going to be following this scenario in the coming weeks. Something that I do strongly believe is going to happen. So, of course, right, the stock market has been in a huge, massive rally. We could arguably discuss that this is, also a massive A, B, C corrective move. And then we are going to see, a kind of a large crash of 20 to 40%, right, in the next coming months, maybe Q3 of 2023, Q4, maybe by the end of the year. But everything points out, that this is very, very, very possible, guys, when we're taking a look at Elliott wave theory. So not much to be said. Also, if we do take a look at Fibonacci retracement, guys, there's so many different indicators that this 4,300, 4,400 level is very likely going to be the top here on this move. So if we do take a look at the pivot high to the pivot low, right, we can see that the 618 Fibonacci is exactly 61865 is above 4,300. So this is what we could expect, breaking out to this level, right, hitting the highs, right, and this is exactly the fourth wave, right, perfect for that A, B, C corrective move. Hitting 618 fib level, guys, it's just everything points out that the stock market will likely top out at this 4,300 to 4,400, right? Because we could have that fifth wave getting above the third wave, right? And then topping out, creating that failed breakout. Something that is just likely to happen with these waves, guys. Hopefully you have understand the movements here and you can see that possibility. Of course, stock market is insanely correlated to Bitcoin. For the moment, okay? So if, this is still another couple of 100 points on the stock market, that is a pretty decent pump, around about 4-5%, right, from the current price levels. This could help Bitcoin, have that continuation to the upside, right? Guys, I just want to let you know that on Bybit, they have a huge trading competition for the next 4 days. It's the Ethereum Shanghai Trading Bash, where there is a prize pool of 450,000 US dollar tether for the top 75 winners, okay? There's over 20,000 participants at the moment. Guys, if you have a Bybit account, make sure to register, okay? You have the link down below in the description. If you haven't got a Bybit account, you have $30,000 to claim to pay fees and losses, guys. Check it out. If you already got a Bybit account, guys, make sure to get into this trading competition if you're an active trader, because there's 450,000 US dollar tether in prize pool. Is Bitcoin in a parabolic move, right, for the last few months? Is it just in the middle of that parabolic move? If we do manage to see stock market to go up a few hundred points, I think it's going to help Bitcoin, okay? But we need to understand as well that Bitcoin is at the strongest resistance level, because it was the strongest support here back in 2021, also in 2022 here, trading here in between May and June, holding this level by a thread, then finally getting a massive breakout. If it does break out this range, guys, it will be explosive. And that, of course, needs to be helped by the stock market, pumping several hundred points still. This is the moment, guys. If we do get that pump on Bitcoin in the coming weeks, if it does manage, nothing is guaranteed, but everything points out there's a high possibility in doing this, all right? But it's still big resistance. As long as we're below 32,500 here, which is the last lower highs from May and June, we are still facing resistance, and we could get a pretty deep corrective move before getting the leg up, okay? Something that we need to consider. This is just not going to skyrocket from this level after this massive pumpy action that we've had for the last few weeks. We could get several $1,000s as a corrective move, cool off before having that massive big breakout. It's just a possibility, guys. Nothing is guaranteed, all right? So just some analysis that I wanted to shed with the stock market, okay? Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.